upset indeed. And living up to that prediction that they were going to be the real upset in this group, Russian team boxing prove it. There's the board, the current standing. 4 straight wins to Russia, leaving 1 bout left in the competition. Pawel Nikitaev against Tomasz Kowalski. So, a runaway string of victories for Russian team boxing here.
Итак, дамы и господа, заключительный поединок. 5-раундовый бой в тяжелом весе. Ladies and gentlemen, the final bout. 5 rounds of boxing for the WSB heavyweight contest. И в синий угол добро пожаловать боец из Польши. Please welcome to the blue corner from Poland, Krzysztof Kowalski.
So, the final bout in what will be, well, a sad night really for the Hussars Poland. Krzysztof Kowalski makes his way to the ring. 31 years of age, Kowalski. And no spring chicken. He'll have the experience. He's 180 centimeters, giving a height advantage right from the get-go to his opponent. But this heavyweight 91 kilogram bout here at the WSB
Please welcome
pitches Krzysztof Kowalski against this man. So Pawel Nikitaev at 29 years of age, slightly taller at 184 centimeters. Well, it really has been furious action. Our last 2 bouts ending by way of KO. Here's some quick stats for you. There's a total number of 407 boxers in the WSB, 49 countries. The average number of boxers per team is 30, and the average number of boxers per weight category, 3. 16 fighters won Olympic medals at the 2012 London Olympics. 29 fighters won medals at the World Championships in Almaty 2013. Total number of pro boxers is 10, just 10. So here's the stats for the Pole, Krzysztof Kowalski.
From Hussars, Poland, Krzysztof Kowalski.
Well, that's the first smile we've seen all night from team coach Hubert Migashau.
Years old, he stands 184 centimeters tall. He's weighed 91 kilos. He's a Russia from the Russian boxing team, Pawel Nikitaev.
So Pawel Nikitaev for the Russian boxing team. So 5 3-minute rounds to contest this WSB heavyweight bout. The Russian boxing team take on the Hussars, Poland. Pawel Nikitaev takes on Krzysztof Kowalski. Nikitaev, well, probably the favourite odds-on here. Those were our judges. And Nikitaev fighting out of the red corner. Takes on Kowalski from the blue. Well, with those really surprise and shock wins, the Russian opening full of confidence here, as you'd imagine. Pawel Nikitaev takes the fight straight away to Krzysztof Kowalski. Big right hand from Kowalski. we might see an upset of a different nature taking place here, and that would be an early KO from a Polish fighter. And Nikitaev needs to close that gap because he's being caught by the right hand. His left hand just a little bit too low, and he's leaving himself open. So a little stumble. Well, the Russian really starting to get the measure of this now. Pawel Nikitaev.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
Trying to put some heat on the punches. Always a clear indication that he's happy with the range and he's happy with what his opponent's got to offer.
Watch the head.
He's obviously of the opinion that Kowalski doesn't have enough to cause a problem. Closing the ring down. Nikitaev. Just over a minute left in the first.
No holding. No holding.
Still very close between these two, but I would say Nikitaev looking more confident and slightly more in control. Kowalski, though, that big right hand. Well, starting to warm to the task now.
Get the hands up. Don't hold. No holding. Stop. Okay. Don't hold. Don't hold. Box.
Well, the sentiments of the referee being made very clear here. Less hugging, more slugging.
Free. Take it up. Take it up.
Tries to come in behind the left.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
Tomasz Kowalski. The bell. Just a little bit too much enthusiasm from Pawel Nikitaev. And you just get the sense that not a lot of love lost between these two. Some shots after the break and after the bell. But let's have a look at the action and see if we can decide where the advantage lies this opening round. Is it telling us what the score lines will be? Very close to call. I think the Russians kept better composure, but Kowalski's landed some big shots. So let's see how the judges found it. Well, 10-9 in favour of Pawel Nikitaev. So not even a flicker of indecision there.
Don't hit the back of the head. Don't hit in the back of the head. Box.
The Russian been given that first round. So again, the Polish Hussars send their man out with a Herculean task in front of him. Krzysztof Kowalski, well, needs to put at least one win on the scoreboard, but against this man, it looks unlikely. Pawel Nikitaev really bringing pressure to bear right from the get-go of the second. One round under his belt. Unanimous findings by the judges for the Russian. He's headhunting here. Nikitaev starting to put some real heat on those punches. And Nikitaev spoiling when he gets Kowalski in close range. But it's all about distance and range, and the Polish fighters have almost to a man had to try and come in underneath the guard.
Don't turn around. Box.
Of course, when you come in under the guard, you leave your head exposed. And forces your opponent to throw punches that seem as if they're on the back of the head. But
Holding.
referee asserting himself here, doesn't want any holding. Well, Kowalski trying to keep out of danger, slightly turning away from his opponent. But that big right hand has come back into play here.
Last hand. Keep that head up, okay? Box.
And the referee has just given a final warning for that head to come up. Well, getting punished here by Nikitaev. This is a great combination. He's got his man in the corner. And Kowalski, if he survives the round, I think we'll have 10-8 awarded against him, because this is dominance. Clear win with dominance.
Holding.
Well, Pawel Nikitaev quite clearly come to do business. Won't want to let the team down by having a loss here. So, right from the get-go, immense pressure that Krzysztof Kowalski is being put under here. And at the end of the round there, those great combinations. 6, 7 punches unanswered. Big, big shots. They'll take their toll. So I would suspect a win in favour of Pawel Nikitaev. And yeah, judges have found all to a man. Judge A, B and C, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9 across the board. I thought we might have seen some 10-8s there, which are a clear win to the round with dominance. And of course, judges are scoring on the following criteria: number of quality blows on target area, domination of the bout, competitiveness, technique and tactic superiority, and obviously infringement of the rules. And I think where the polls have come up against it is having to go in quite low and being constantly reminded to raise their heads in the bout, which is a definite no-no for referees and judges. So this workload and the atrocious rate of punishment being dished out by the Russians starting to take its toll on Krzysztof Kowalski. Still in the competition, still has a right hand, so that gives him a puncher's chance, but dominance being exerted by Pawel Nikitaev of the Russian boxing team. Won the 2 consecutive rounds before, and halfway through this 3rd round, I don't think Krzysztof Kowalski could find a way back into this. And he's really being spoiled on the inside as well by Nikitaev. He's been held, he's been spoiled and punished. And that look from Kowalski says it all. The frustration. Just can't get his shots off.
Holding. Work your way out. Work inside. Come on.
Great shots from the Russian. Overhand right, then the left. Oh, and a grimace of pain there from Krzysztof Kowalski.
Stop. Hey. Box. Keep your head up, hold on, keep that head up.
This round drawing to a close, and just on the receiving end of some very big shots, Krzysztof Kowalski. Well, a great round again for Pawel Nikitaev. Really put some great shots together, landed some heavy hands. Game competitor Krzysztof Kowalski, because this is what he's been receiving for the last 9 minutes. Interestingly enough, the tale of the tape is that those shots are big, but they're not crisp. That little left hand was, and it rocked the head back of Kowalski. Little short chip. Good round for Nikitaev.
Round 4.
So we go to round 4. I would have said that round 3 had gone in favour of Nikitaev again. So comes into a real sticky wicket now, Kowalski. Round 4, this WSB heavyweight bout, pitching the Russian boxing team against the Polish Hussars. The Russian boxing team has had 4 straight wins. David Arapatian beat Dawid Jagodzinski at light flyweight. Then at bantamweight, Vladimir Nikitin posed himself heavily on Sylvester Kozlowski. Then got into KO territory. Armen Zakarian took Kazimierz Legowski out of the game. Artem Chebotarev took Tomasz Jablonski out of the game again with a KO. What will happen here in this heavyweight bout? Round 4 of a 5 3-minute rounder. Pawel Nikitaev of Russia, who's got straight round wins up until now, takes on Krzysztof Kowalski. Kowalski hasn't really found an answer for the Russian, albeit Nikitaev has a problem with his right eye. There's a little cut there. And, Kowalski having a few digs while he's resting. So will we see a reversal of fortune for the Polish Hussars? Kowalski's chin like granite. He's taken some great shots, but he's bouncing back here.
Watch your heads, both of you, watch your heads. Break! Step back.
Kowalski not utilising that time on the inside, really. Nikitaev never tiring of the task, always working. Kowalski using the ring more. Maybe this is a change of tactics. And that says it all, really, for Kowalski. That's the look of, what do I have to do to try and make inroads against this man? But just tight guard, fluid combinations, instinctive counter-punching. and hostile and aggressive pressure when it's required. Fifth and final round. Be interesting to see how the judges found round 4. Well, incredibly enough, Tomasz Kowalski looks fairly fresh.
Заключительный, 5-й раунд. Round 5.
Well, again, the judges saw in favour of Pawel Nikitaev of Russia. 10-9, 10-9 across the board. So, unanimous decisions from the judges here in favour of the Russian. Well, Kowalski needs a big stoppage.
No holding. Don't hold. Go. Stop. Hey, say no holding. No holding. No holding. Box.
Referee asserting himself here. Both fighters starting to feel signs of fatigue at this weight now after going the 5 rounds. In fairness, Kowalski probably feeling them just a little bit more, but Pawel Nikitaev using the holding to spoil his man on the inside. Just gaming the rule system a little bit in favour. Well, some good solid connections there from Kowalski. I figure he's going to have just a real problem to survive the round. Nikitaev just stalking here. Maybe looking to have the last word in a spectacular way. So the 5th and final round. We've just got over 30 seconds left. Pawel Nikitaev of the Russian boxing team, and from the Polish Hussars, Tomasz Kowalski. Kowalski fighting out of the blue corner, the Russian out of the red. And as the clock against the pole, just as aggressively as is his Russian opponent, there's not a lot for Kowalski to do, or a lot that Kowalski can do, as we just come up to the bell. But right up to the wire, Pawel Nikitaev really bringing it, as indeed did all Russian fighters here for the boxing team Russia. Very aggressive, very focused, full of attitude. And I think that's a big wake-up call to all the other teams in this group. This is how the final round played out. Nikitaev never once looking as if he wasn't behind the driver's wheel. Tomasz Kowalski desperately searching for ideas, desperately searching for a strategy, and probably very relieved at that final bell. So I think we can safely say that it's a straight win across the board for boxing team Russia. So just a less than respectable outing for Team Russia, for the Polish Hussars. official
Судьи
verdict still to
первый и
come.
второй единодушно оценили этот результат 50-45. Judge 1 and Judge 2 are in agreement scoring the same 50-45. И судья номер 3 в 50-44 and Judge 3 50-44. Итак, дамы и господа, единогласным решением судей победу одержал and your winner by unanimous decision, Pawel Nikitaev.
Pawel Nikitaev by unanimous decision. Judges saw it unanimously in his favor.
Well done, good contest.
So a good contest, but sadly a little one-sided here in this first leg season opener.
Окончательный счет матчевой встречи.
Straight wins for the Russian boxing team.
The final result of match meeting Russia versus Poland. 5-0, 5-0.
Well, you heard the man. 5 plays 0, and a little bit of a smile there. Emphatic victory for Russia. Well, that concludes the action here from St. Petersburg. I hope you've enjoyed.